as we are loading in here on 2000 Atmospheres LE, looking at the base of the Canadian player representing Psystorm Gaming. It is none other than Bioice.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the American Protoss player himself representing Team Super. It is Rhizer. Now, I know we had a clown fiesta of a ZvP that we just casted, but I don't expect this series to be as crazy.
Nah, something tells me that this will be a very standard game. Quite opposite to the ones we've seen so far.
Yeah, I think everything for the Protoss player is going to be at home. We're going to see a more standard opener, whether it's Stargate or Twilight Council. We're not going to be seeing double Stargate Void Ray. Like, that's not... what Antis was doing is not really meta. It's not really common anymore.
Watch him actually go for double Stargate Void Ray just to spite us.
Not like this, Rhizer. Not like this. Ah.
But so far, it looks like we're gonna have a fairly standard game. There was that probe annoying Bioice at the natural, so he was forced to take the third, and he actually opts to take the one on the front.
Yeah, very aggressive third base location. It will provide a little bit of a launch pad, so creep can be spread in a pretty aggressive manner. So we'll see if that kind of leads to anything, or if it's just something that Bioice prefers.
Yeah, we will find out. I mean, I feel like it may be a bit rough when like defending from oracles and stuff, but at the same time, like the other third is also fairly far away, so I don't think it will matter that much.
Yeah. You could argue that maybe it's a little bit difficult to defend against Glaive Adepts as well, but we'll see, because it's been a while since we've seen since we have been able to have the luxury of casting Rhizer. We'll see what he decides to go for, whether a Stargate opener or a Twilight Council.
Yeah. Hold on, he cancelled that warp gate, didn't he? Just to go straight into Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate is on the way here for Rhizer. Then starting his warp gate a little bit later. So Bioice, again, this should eventually be scouted here. Nothing too crazy, and just because we do have a Stargate to begin with doesn't mean it's going to be a commitment into Skytoss.
It can always be 7 oracles.
God damn it, Kuro.
I had to sneak that in.
God damn.
But we have the first adept coming here to the base. Doesn't decide to finish the shade, but at the very least we'll see how the drones are doing at the unnatural natural.
Just confirming that drones are being produced. Meanwhile, we do have an Oracle first to begin with. But the Overlord of Bioice is diving on in, and he will confirm the opener, will confirm the starting Stargate unit.
Yes, indeed. And there is no stalkers or anything to stop that Overlord, so it's gonna get as much information as it wants. As Zerglings are actually getting in as well.
Yeah, just being a little bit annoying as the Ling also gets in, just barely. This was already scouted anyway by the Overlord, and now spores are on the way.
Yeah, looks like Bioice should be well prepared for this Oracle.
Yeah, we do have 2 queens here at the third base location. No spore, but again with 2 queens you can zone all this out, but the queens need to respond up!
Oh, it looks like... yeah, no drone damage. Like, a few of them were hurt, but they're gonna regenerate that HP eventually.
Yeah.
What worries me a bit is that the creep is still not connected between the bases, so these queens are kind of stuck at this third for now.
Yeah, it could be a little bit awkward. Second Oracle comes out. What's important is that there is no third Oracle behind this, so we're only working with 2 here for Rhizer. He's going to try and dive in. Oh, and he's going to find some drones.
Yeah, exactly. The queens can help them here, and only one of them is not able to deal with these oracles in time.
At the same time, we have a massive run by here. So you know what? 3 drones go down, but instead, Bioice is going to get an Adept. He's going to get a shield battery, a pylon, and will not cancel the third.
Yeah, does not cancel the third, but at the very least, he supply blocks Rhizer, which will delay his plans, definitely.
Yeah. Speaking of his plans, he is switching things up into ground toss. We have a Robo as well as Forge on the way here. So I imagine gonna be working soon on +1. I'm surprised that there's still no Twilight Council though. That's a little bit interesting to me.
Yeah, this I feel like this unusual to see Forge and Robo and everything and not the Twilight Council, but hey.
Yeah. Like, because of that, like, is he gonna go for like a Soul Train-esque push here with just Immortals and Sentries? Again, there is +1.
Yeah.
There's the Twilight Council.
Yeah, I guess just delayed it a bit for one reason or another. But, you know, the +1 is still a while away, so it's gonna take some time to get there. As at the
Yeah.
same time, Bioice is busy getting alert.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried that this isn't intentional. So there is gonna be a window here where Rhizer's gateway units aren't gonna be amazing. And maybe Bioice can hit that timing, but for the time being, he does seem to be focusing a lot more on his economy. He's not pushing out with anything crazy or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Even getting a Banlink that's behind.
Yeah, so I guess Lingbane Roach Ravager is going to be the composition of choice for the time being. We'll see if he ends up getting Roach Speed, as Bioice has just been so greedy this game. Like, look at his drone count, and he's been doing all this with only 4 links. Oh my god, no, the Miss Rally! No! Bioice! Come back home!
Yeah, you were talking about how many drones he has, huh? Bioice decided to fix that.
I'm back. Well, they will. Some of them will make it home, not all of them.
Yeah, very unfortunate for those drones, but as you said, like Bioice has a lot of them, so it's not that big of a deal. As another base is now starting to get saturated.
Yeah, it's gone up all the way to 4 of these bases. There's Bane Speed, there's +1 melee, Ravagers are on the way as well. We are missing Roach Speed here for Bioice, so his Roaches and Ravagers are going to be lacking a little bit behind, a little bit slower than they would usually be.
And we do have Charge on the other side, so it looks like it's gonna be Chargers versus Link Roach.
Yeah. Immortals, Charge Lots, Archons as well. Temple Archives finishing up. Yeah, so Ground Toss versus Ground Zerg. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there are some. I was just gonna say, like, I feel like Zealots and Chargers especially deal fairly well with the Ravagers, because you know they just kind of just cut through them. But these Link Groundbites are definitely helping Bioice as he's distracting Rhizer on the other side.
Yeah, even though we had a full wall of here, the Banelings are rolling on in. Oh my god, they do force some Archons to be morphed. There will not be a single High Templar ready here. Oh, okay, there are 2. Storm is still on the way. Oh, but he forces another morph.
Yeah, very nicely done for Bioice, and the Roaches are still here. That said, the Archons are also helping because there are a lot of Ravagers and Links. But at the very least, there are no storms.
Yeah, I mean, he's prompting a counterattack right now. Ooh, a couple of bios will buy him a little bit of time. It was a great move to deny all those High Templar because now there are 0 storms available with this army. But as you were saying, does he really need that storm?
Yeah, like, I feel like with that many Archons, like, it may just not even matter. But there are more Roach reinforcements, and Bioice is not stopping in the tech either, as his Hive is about to be ready.
Oh my god, he's going to be looking to go potentially straight into those Vipers. Meanwhile, Bioice, he is not done. He was hit once again. And I'm a little bit scared because, again, the High Templar haven't been rebuilt. There is 1 High Templar in the middle of this army.
But he's still gathering energy. I'm not sure he has enough for a storm, but and I'm not sure the Roaches even care as they just keep walking in.
Yeah, there is that one and only storm for Rhizer. He ends up losing an Immortal in the process, but has been pumping them out non-stop here, which I don't mind. But specifically against like Lingbane Roach Ravager, I would have liked to have seen some Robotics Bay units instead.
And the Chargers snipe the Ravagers, which is very nice for Rhizer. And he's actually chasing away this Roach army.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Banelings aren't done yet, so he's going to be able to get on top of them. He will be able to force a cancel on some of these morphing in Banelings, but he just doesn't have enough momentum.
Yeah, actually, Bioice surrounds the Protoss army, and Rhizer is just forced to recall.
And Bioice isn't stopping again. Like, because of all the droning he was doing earlier, he doesn't have to worry about any kind of drone production anymore. He's working on nothing but his army. Bit of a bailing run by, rolling towards the third.
Yeah, there's not a lot of workers on that third, I have to say, after previous Zergling run-bys,
True.
but it looks like the Banings will find some damage.
Yeah. That's 7 drones, sorry, 7 probes do go down. Meanwhile, Rhizer, he doesn't care. He wants to push in. He wants to try and end the game. And can he do it? With 4 Immortals and with 5 Archons? Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's looking pretty good for him. There are more roaches coming and the upgrades are about to hit as well, but so far he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see how good the kiting is. A couple of these Archons are being focused on. He has to be a little bit careful. He has to respect all these charge lots.
Yeah, he's to respect all the bias as well. I mean, the Archons are still standing, but the another Immortal gets focused.
Yeah. Great target fire there by Bioice. Even a couple of the Bios zoning away the army. We see another wave of reinforcements coming in. But same can be said here for Bioice.
Yeah, and the base is gone now.
Yeah, the base goes down, but at what cost? Because these Archons are very low. Everything is going to be cleaned up here. Oh god, but the Zealots come in just in time. Bioice, he can't keep pushing.
It's almost like it was almost just the Immortals, like without anything else. But now we have again more Archons, more Zealots, and this is purely Ravager army now.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of bile potential here as well. Gonna force the army back. Oh, a lot of biles to the face. Takes down another Immortal.
Yeah, it looks like the Porpoise was a bit too busy to juggle the Immortals, but he's starting to do so now, and most of the Immortals still survive.
Yeah, but oh my god, look at the massive warping of Zealots we have. Ay, ay, ay. The Protoss just doesn't stop, and I think this may just be enough, especially with the warping of Zealots. It just isn't enough here to really deal with this. The Bailings also rolled into Archons of all things. And Rhizer, he's fighting back.
Yeah, he's not stopping. Behind us, he's planning a transition as he's getting a fleet beacon, actually. So I guess another switch to Skytos, but we'll see if you ever even need that. I mean, it's still a very close fight.
The boys are being pulled. The drones are getting on top of the Archons. 10, 11 drones are going down. Now the economy of Bioice is being affected. Finally, Bioice is trying to retake a base and take a fourth. This needed to be done a little bit earlier.
Yeah, the Zealots are now here, and there's a lot of them. And yeah, the base is pretty much naked, and now the army is being cut down as well.
Yeah, exactly. Rhizer has broken on through. He's taken down the fourth, taken down the third, pushing all the way into the natural. GG gets called, and Rhizer takes game 3 and puts a point on the board.
Yeah, there you go. Not a 3-0 here.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe maybe Bioice being a little bit too ambitious with all of his run buys. Again, like he needed that fourth base, not just like for the economy and stuff, but mainly just for more larva to work with, to produce more Ling Bane, to have that buffer for his Roach Ravager, to help deal with all those Zealots. Oh.
Yeah, that would probably help out. I also feel like it was going decent for Bioice and he was attacking, and then like, you know, he sniped those High Templars and all, but then those half of those High Templars just turned into Archons, and suddenly there was like just a lot of Archons. It was like, wait. That's not how it's supposed to go. You're not supposed to suddenly have more army.
You could also argue that maybe Bioice was being a little bit too greedy as well, because if you remember, he got a hive, wasn't really able to make use of it, unfortunately. You know, whether it was to go into Vipers or to go into Infestors, he just didn't really have the opportunity because Rhizer was so in his face. Yeah, GG, well played. You know, it's great. It's great to see a back and forth series here. It's not one-sided.
Yeah, definitely great to see. As we are currently waiting for our lobby for the next map, which will be map number 4 of this best of 5 series.
Exactly. We'll see if this is the beginning of a comeback, or if it's all going to end here. Again, Bioice still only needs one more win to qualify. Rhizer has to work a little bit harder.
I mean, it's not lost yet. Like, he did get this point, so he may get another. This is where I bring up Yaku's quote that it's nice that he won one game, but he could win two.
Oh boy. As we're just waiting for the lobby to be created. Oh, there we go. Lobby has been created.
Yes, indeed. As we will be going next into Glittering Ashes, Ellie.
Oh boy. And I just realized the star was in the chat. Zergo P. Funara
First, the Stan was in the chat. He was there just to Funara me, so you know.
God damn it, the star. Shaking my head. Ah. As we're hearing getting ready. Speaking of the Stan, unfortunately the Stan wasn't a part of the last DreamHack Latin America open qualifier, but the closed one is going to be tomorrow. Again, we're kind of wrapping things up with all these closed qualifiers. We just had Taiwan, Hong Kong. Today, this morning, or depending where you are, maybe evening, we are doing NA. In a couple of hours, we have Oceania. Then after that, we have China. Then in the evening, we have Europe. And then finally is Latino America. Latin America will be the final one.
Yeah. They always like close the crazy weekly DreamHack marathon. And now we are here to maybe close out the series, or maybe not. We will find out as we're looking at the base of the blue Zerg player representing Psystorm Gaming and Canada. It is Bioice.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the American Protoss player representing Team Super, and also the land of India, as he is representing India in Nation Wars. It is Rhizer. It's another bit of a... I was gonna say a bit of a fun fact there is that for a long time Demi couldn't represent India because there just weren't enough Indian players, but this
Indian GMs specifically.
Indian GMs, but this season specifically, this year specifically, Nation Wars or O Gaming did open things up because now countries only need 2 players to participate. And originally it was going to be Fear Dragon, but you have to be GM, and Fear Dragon never hit GM. So Demi was a little bit sad. He was like, oh, I guess I can't play. But Rhizer, he whipped out his citizenship. He was like, yo, I got you. And now they're going to be the duo, the Indian duo here for Nation Wars.
It's the first time India is there, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so they're gonna have their debut in Nation Wars. We do have a duck team in Nation Wars as well, as both Oreo and Starduck are in.
Yes. Both Oreo and Starduck are representing Australia in Nation Wars. Speaking of, I know you were unavailable at the time, but Starduck did qualify for the closed qualifiers, Kuro.
Hey, that's nice.
He made it through. It's a little bit sad because he and Oreo were on the same side of the bracket, so regardless, only one of them could make it through. Shaking my head. For now to the ESL admins.
Yeah. Shaking my fist as at the bracket gods.
Yeah. Starduck was letting us know that he almost didn't check in. It's like he was almost.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was almost just not a part of it. I'm like, shit, god damn it, Starduck, god damn it. But yeah, fun fact, a bit of a teaser for our next broadcast in Oceania. We will be casting Starduck versus Demi. That'll be our first series.
Oh, interesting. As in this PVZ, as will be the other one, we have once again a Stargate.
Yeah, another Stargate opener here from Rhizer. If you remember last game, he did go double Oracle, and he was actually dealing a lot of damage with that, like a surprising amount of drone kills.
I mean, there was no anti-air, and there was no creep connecting the bases, so that definitely helped in getting damage done with the oracles. We'll see if this will also be the case in this game, as once again Bioice takes this forward third base as his natural.
He does, and unlike the previous game, Rhizer doesn't go for an Oracle. He goes for a Void Ray first. So the Void Ray will be able to clean up this Overlord and keep Bioice in the dark. After the death of this Overlord, for all he knows, it could be a second Stargate, it could be another Void Ray, it could be an Oracle, or it could be a Twilight Council.
Yeah, it looks like we will have to wait to find out as well, but immediately Rhizer goes for an Oracle after that.
There you go. Unfortunately, he didn't wait until the Overlord died before making the Oracle, so Bioice did see it being built. He is fully aware that it is going to be on the way.
Yes, indeed. And now spores are being prepared, the creep is being spread, the queens are going around, and he should be able for the Oracle.
Oh yeah, yeah. They should be ready in time. Meanwhile, Rhizer is getting set up. He's going to try and expand and take a base. We do have a decent amount of lings, and there we go. Bioice's goal here is to try and force a cancel, or maybe even force the Oracle to come back home.
So I want to apologize to everyone. We reached the point where I'm not even sure what an English sentence is. There are these moments where like I say a sentence, I'm like, that was not a sentence. What did you just say?
I think for context, Kuro, what time is it in Poland right now?
It's 2:45 a.m. and I've been out all day.
There you go, Kuro.
So my brain is potato right now.
We're almost done, Kuro. This is our final series. You can make it, Kuro. You can make it. Oh god. As we do have double Oracle now, just trying to shock around, trying to find some damage. There is no Spore at the natural base here, so damage can be done. At the same time, Lings do go for a counterattack, but we have a Void Ray to defend.
Yes, we do. And there is a shield battery as well at that base, so that will help with the defense. And the two Oracles try to find more damage. There are two queens defending here, but they still manage to snipe 3 drones.
Yeah, they snipe 3 drones. Both Oracles survive as well, so they can dip back in once the shields have been regenerated. So some nice damage so far by Rhizer. Nice defense as well. He gets his third up. And we see him switch into something a little bit different. This time, the Twilight Council, a little bit more timely here for him. As he works on +1 again.
By the way, I looked over at my other screen at the chat, and it looks like we got greetings from Duck Cuddler.
I noticed him as well. I noticed him as well. I was like, oh my god, is that a coincidence? Hello.
I would assume so, but it's a good one.
Yeah. We've had a couple things like that. Like Turbo Quacker was a viewer.
Yeah, Turbo Quacker was the best.
Yeah.
Like Turbo Quacker watching the Ducklings. It's great. A complete coincidence.
We appreciate the Duck Cuddler in the chat. Yes.
Yes.
Oh god. But when it comes to this game so far, it's looking to shape up very similarly. We have Immortals being produced, we have Chargelets coming out, and we also have a Templar Archives for Archons.
Yes, indeed. I mean, maybe it will be Templar Archives for Storm that eventually turns into Archons anyway. But we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is that Rhizer is playing this the exact same way he did last game, and to be fair, it did work out for him, but we're now on a larger map, a longer rush distance. The Zerg player is going to have much more time to respond, and Bioice is cutting drones much earlier.
Yes, indeed. The roaches are already moving across the maps. There will be some links to support them as well.
You say some lings, there's a lot of lings. There's 14 lings on the way. Bailey Ness is going to finish up by the time the army gets across the map. +2 melee on the way as well, and Bioice, he is looking to deny this fourth.
Yeah, what does Rhizer have right now? He has these 2 Adepts, he has a Void Ray, and 2 Oracles. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, there are 2 Oracles, sure, but oh, just like that, we do see a couple of denied buildings there. Meanwhile, he wants to dive on some of the Immortals. He wants to get us around. Ah!
Ooh, Enrico is actually being forced. A few units will fall down. I think he killed that Immortal, right?
He killed 1 Immortal, yes. That was a pretty clutch recall. Again, if he didn't recall, to be fair, he was about to lose his entire army.
Yeah, and Rhizer gets a cancel on... Bioice gets a cancel on this Protoss base as well. Together with 11 probes falling down. So some great damage there.
Yeah, exactly. Bioice does turn around and go back home, but again, he's got plenty of army, and Rhizer just can't really counterattack right now. He just doesn't really have much going for him. Even though he got the Templar Archives, there's no Storm, there's no War Prism either to reinforce across the map. Oh no, sorry, there is. Ooh, just coming out.
Yeah, there is storm, but there is not a lot of energy gathered on these High Templars quite yet. So he will have to be careful to not get them sniped once again.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, oh my god, a little bit of a main water bite. Up, up.
Well, the Archon is there to defend though. Very nicely done.
Yeah, the Baneleys do nothing, but the real damage is going to be here on the left-hand side. Can he deny the base once again? The piles are going to be connecting. Up.
Ooh, round 2 and the Nexus is once again denied. A bit of a storm on the Banelings. But yeah, most of the army survives. And once again, Rhizer is struggling to expand.
Exactly. The fourth base just isn't going to be a thing here for Rhizer. Meanwhile, back at home, Hive is being thrown down for Bioice. Again, he did try to do this last game, but we didn't really get to see what it was for. This game, though, he has a lot more freedom, a lot more leeway.
Definitely. And yeah, looks like he's just massing this army, waiting for another wave of an attack. And Rhizer is having a hard time like spreading between these two bases, even though he denied that like Bane roll by. Like he still has to like make sure that both of his bases are defended, so he has to split that attention.
Yeah, thankfully, Bioice, I think he's done being aggressive right now. He backed off, he's working on upgrades, he's working on tech. Like, he's happy with denying the base twice and overall trading better. So he's very, very content with that. He's even droning up here. So, yeah, just waiting for the next stage of his army.
Yeah, it looks like Rhizer wants to see if he can get some damage, though, as he's moving out with this army right now.
Yeah, we'll see if this is going to be a wise choice. He does have a lot of energy on these High Templar. A lot of storms are available.
Yeah, those will definitely help. He actually... oh, that's a...
Oh, the High Templar! The High Templar, they go down!
That was a great snipe by Bioice, and now the rest of the army rolls in. Another forced recall, another immortal down.
Oh my god, he got 2 immortals, by the way. At the same time, there was that Baneling run by 6 probes fell. Unfortunately, Rhizer just wasn't paying attention to his army. His High Templar were left completely exposed, and now he has none left.
Yeah, the Banelings precisely rolled into the High Templars, and now this army is like, I mean, the Archons are still very strong, but this army is not as like useful as it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have a buffer. He's basically working with pure Archon Immortal right now. We do have a Warping of Zel, so that will help out. Stasis Traps going off, getting rid of a lot of the supply here, but also forcing a choke point. The Zelta having a hard time engaging.
I like how he actually has 2 Warpies for juggling as well.
No, the Bios connect, more Archons are going down, the Stasis Trap runs out, and Bioice, he is not stopping. He's rallying across the map. At the same time, it looks like we even had a bit of a run by our Baneling drop here into the main.
Yeah, it looks like they snuck into the bases where Rhizer was distracted on the front of the 4th.
Every
and
base.
51 probes. 50.
Every base, Kuro. Every base. There's no mining. There's barely any probes.
Protoss players, look away.
Look away, look away. This is not safe for Protoss. Bioice, he's not done. He's maxed out. He's been sitting quite nicely on 86 drones. We do see +3 on the way. Adrenal glands as well. He's rotating around, going to be hitting the space. Doesn't even matter. I mean, these bases aren't even mining anymore, but GG gets called.
And Bioice will represent Canada in the main event of North America.
GG. I apologize for not catching all those workers going down, as again we were focused on the main fight, as Rhizer was also focused on the main fight as well. He also missed his own mineral lines getting completely evaporated. I think it may have just been no, it would have had to have been a mass Baneling water bite, otherwise there still would have been Lings chipping away at buildings.
Yeah, I feel like that would be likely, and Bioice was making a lot of Banelings constantly.
Yeah, so just a Baneling run by there, just got into every single base as Rhizer wasn't paying attention. That really was the game-winning move. I mean, not just that, to be fair, like overall, Bioice, his engages, his surrounds, connecting Banelings on High Templar was massive as well. Like, so much went well for him there.
Yeah. Congratulations to Bioice, as he will be moving on to the regional event. In the meantime, while we were casting this series, Pili Pili did beat Dolan 3-1.
Ooh, congratulations to Pili Pili. He will once again make it all the way to the main event. My condolences to Dolan. I know he's been working hard. I know he had a tough road getting here. He was, if you remember, one of the final players to qualify in qualifier number 2. He did make it here, and he will be walking away with some money, but he will not be making it all the way to the main event.
Yeah, definitely a bit unfortunate as like Dolan like showed us some great games throughout the qualifiers, but Pili Pili is also a very strong opponent, so in the end he does qualify with a 3-1 score.
Oh yeah. He does qualify with that score. Congratulations to all of our qualified players today, and that was the final series.
GG.
GG.
Yeah.
Oh god, it is now time for bed, Kuro. It is time to go to sleep.
Yes, we need the badge emote in chat.
Oh god. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Oh my god, thank you so much for the bits, Calibre 45 bits in the chat. Thank you, we appreciate that. As we are going to be getting ready for our next broadcast, DreamHack ESL Open Cup Asia is in 2 hours, and we have the option to cast that, but because we also have 2 more DreamHack closed qualifiers after that, I did tell Yaku to just go to bed. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, look, we also need to rest sometime.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to cast ESL Open Up Asia in a couple of hours, but we are going to be taking a little bit of a break. Our next broadcast will be in 5 hours. In just 5 hours, DreamHack Oceania closed qualifiers will be underway, where we will find out, it's just like this one, just for the Oceanic region, which players will make it to the main event. And some Ducklings are going to be there.
Yeah, we do have our Duck of the Stars in the qualifier, and we will see how his run goes, as well as all of the others.
Yeah, I saw Calibre in the chat. His Juggernaut boys are going to be there as well. Mia Micah I think Mia Micah's seeded into the main event. But Ender will be there in the closed qualifier, fighting his heart out to join Mia Micah.
Let me quickly open the bracket so we can see what our matchups are. So we have Raza versus Pez, Ender versus Risky, Ranger versus Piglet, and Starduck versus Demi.
Yes, there we go. We were very tempted to go for Pez versus Raza, but at the same time, I feel like Demi and Starduck, it's a little bit of a grudge match. Demi's always goading Starduck in the chat. Oh god. And it's also a nice PvZ, which is something that Starduck is very confident in. So I do think that that's going to be a really nice series. And it goes into Piglet or Ranger, to be fair.
Yeah, both very strong players. So it will be definitely nice to see.
Oh yeah.
And looking forward to that in just 5 hours.
Yes. Meanwhile, as we look forward to that, I did just want to quickly remind everyone that we have our qualified players confirmed for the main event, and in the main events, that is where the top tier of North America are ready and waiting. Estrella, Disc, Masa, Namshar, Neeb, Scarlet, Trigger, and Vindicta. They have been just chilling for this past week, while everyone else has been like struggling and stressed out about all these qualifiers. They have been sitting pretty, waiting for the main event, practicing, taking a break, having some holidays, streaming, waiting for the bloodbath to be over. So yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to the DreamHack Regional for North America.
Yes, indeed. And that will not be next week. That will be in 2 weeks, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think in 3 weeks, because LATAM is first, if you remember.
Oh, true. Like, yeah.
So it's gonna.
The schedules will be released soon, but it's all coming in the next few weeks.
Yeah, the schedules and the groups will be released soon, as it does start with the group stage and then goes into the playoff bracket. Meanwhile, the players meeting them there, obviously we did find them out today. They are going to be M. Canning, Binsky, Epic, Asuna, Uko, Future, Bioice, and Pili Pili. Oh boy, so some very strong players in all of that. Look forward to it, everyone. Look forward to it. It's going to be good. Bye. And with that, Kuro, do you have anything you want to add before you go to bed? Do you have anything you want to say?
Join our Discord and follow us on social media at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where we post whenever we go live. And currently, we are live several times a day, even. So if you want to check out more of our casts, make sure to check it out. Maybe you can catch me casting when I'm a bit more awake than today.
Yes, you can follow us on Discord. You can follow us all over the place. Here we are. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us on YouTube if you want to tune into the VODs. And if you cannot tune in live, but you're interested in maybe, you know, watching some of the other regionals while you're asleep, then you can check out the VODs on YouTube and on Twitch. They will be uploaded throughout the week. Tomorrow, one of our YouTube VODs goes live. Qualifier number 1 of Taiwan, Hong Kong. Finally, our DreamHack VODs are being edited and are being uploaded to YouTube, so you can catch up there in the downtime once all the qualifiers have ended. And there are some really good games. There's some really good games there.
Oh yeah, there are definitely some interesting series in each of the qualifiers. Really, I feel like the qualifiers don't really disappoint.
Oh yeah, like for example,
Most of the time.
You know, like let the people know about Antis. Just Antis. Antis versus Binsky. Antis versus Binsky was crazy today. It was absolutely insane. People need to know what happened. They need to know.
Just don't show them Antis playing Protoss.
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Skip that.
Oh,
but
God.
the other ones, you know?
Yeah, it was absolutely insane. It was a beautiful series to be a part of. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Outside of that, we do have our own solo content as well, like light_VAP on Twitch, 16 towards Seki for Kuro on Twitter as well. We do have other projects outside of just the CranKy Ducklings. We run StarCraft Esports on Twitter. We run SC2 Birthdays on Twitter as well. StarCraft Esports on Facebook. We do whatever we can for the StarCraft scene as much as we can. Yeah, just, you know, passionate people.
Thorn is poking a little bit of fun in the chat.
Some very strong players. And Binsky. Kappa, mate. Kappa. Oh my god. Mate, Binsky rolled his way through the qualifiers, mate. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, he was actually very strong in his qualifiers.
But with that, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We will see you guys in 5 hours for DreamHack Oceania. After that, in another, I think 4 hours after that, is DreamHack China, which we're also going to be casting. A lot of casting going on here tonight. Again, as a reminder, we will not be covering ESL Open Cup Asia. It's very tempting, and we probably could, but it wouldn't be a good idea for our voices, just because we're just casting so much. So we're going to decide not to cast 4 tournaments today. Only three.
Yeah, just you know, a modest amount.
Yeah, just a modest amount of 3 broadcasts in one day, you know. Not 4. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Ciao.